So I originally tested positive on June 8th, and I was asymptomatic the entire time. No spike in fever. Never felt tired, no body aches, nothing. Had my taste and smell the whole time. So I would obviously consider myself lucky that the way I did get it was that way. I was fortunate. So other than that, I felt good the whole time. Just was ready to get back playing and doing my thing.
And do you notice any kind of loss of strength or fatigue or anything as you get back into it, or any changes for you?
I would say just from staying in a room, for a week, for a while, it's hard getting back, anytime, regardless of having a virus or not. So, felt good coming back. A little bit tired first day running, but it's coming back really quick. So I'm excited to keep progressing.
When do you expect to start being able to play games and stuff like that?
I'm not really sure. Just kind of, taking it one day at a time. Getting all my work done, trying to get extra work when I can. Whenever they, deem that I'm ready to play again, then I'll do that.
Bobby, what's the interaction been like with teammates since you've come back to workouts? How have they responded to you, and how do you maybe look at this pandemic maybe a little differently than before you tested positive?
Obviously it's a serious thing, and the last thing I want is anyone on the team to feel uncomfortable with me being around. I think the staff, addressed, everyone very well, and they weren't going to let me come back if I wasn't good to go. The doctors and the joint committee, they're not going to cut any corners, and they're going to make sure they're going to be certain that I'm good to come back. So I think they all realize that I'm not going up to anyone right away to make, if I make them feel uncomfortable. So just kind of, speak when spoken to, and, getting my work in.
Bobby, before all of this happened, what were you able to do from a baseball sense, after spring training ended?
I didn't take too much time off. I got back and started working out. I kept working out the whole time. I tried not to get in my own head with, downtime and everything, and try to overwork myself, because I've done that in the past. I tinker with, mechanics a lot on the hitting side and everything. So I kind of just wanted to relax and, get my work in just enough to stay loose and, keep the feel of it. And then the last week before I came out here, I hit, pretty much every day just to, get those reps in, get the repetition in, because you take a lot more swings, once you're around a team and with all the staff and everything.
You were in Arizona, right?
Yeah.
Were you able to work out at your school, or did you have a facility you could go to or anything? Or
we had a couple facilities. We had a weightlifting facility that we could go to, one of our that we usually work out at, and then a hitting facility that one of our friends runs and operates.
How challenging a year is this going to be for you from a development standpoint, just without any minor league games?
Obviously it's tough, missing on however many at bats, but there's still ways to get good work in and develop. So I'm going to focus on those things, not what could have been.
Bobby, how far do you think this set you back?
Not too far. I feel pretty good. Obviously, not seeing pitches is pretty tough. But it's not like everyone's getting 10 at bats a day right now. So hopefully, whatever their plan is, they're going to make sure I'm ready.
Bobby, what were your emotions like? Testing positive. Obviously, that was a little bit of a surprise. And then, is it kind of a period where you're nervous that the symptoms are going to come on, or I guess take us through that?
Yeah, I think the first day I was a little nervous, but after that I just kind of tried to calm myself down. And just if it happens, it happens, and I'll take the necessary steps to get better. But I felt good the whole time, so I wasn't careless with anything. I followed all the guidelines and the rules. Self-isolated and everything. So I'm glad it worked out the way it did.
Bobby, there's probably going to be a lot of roster changes over the course of the season. How prepared do you think you are to be able to contribute to the big league team? I mean, obviously you're one of the guys in the pool, so they think that you can. I mean, where do you think you are in terms of being able to do that?
I'm never going to say I can't contribute. So, I always feel I always feel ready to go. It's just when, they feel I'm ready to go. So. You're on mute.
I'm sorry. Hey, I guess what I meant was more, you've been in big league camp for a bit. I mean,
Yeah.
from just a baseball standpoint, do you feel like you could hop into a big league game and feel comfortable?
Yeah, I do. I do think so.
Bobby, do you think this has been more of a psychological test than it has anything else in terms of trying to deal with, making your way back?
I mean, not really. Obviously, it's tough being in a room, but not really doing anything. But mentally, I felt pretty good most of the time. Obviously, it gets a little towards the end. It was getting a little frustrating. But it is what it is. So I'm in a good spot now.